Hey, good to have you all. Just gonna give some suggestions and tips of things I do to oil and lube my own guns. Some of the people watching this are gonna think I'm crazier than hell, but they've worked for me. Haven't had an issue, and keeps up the gun, keeps them lubed real nice, prevents the rust. So let's just get into it. For gun storage, just so you guys know, I do a lot of work with cars. Have my own race car and things. So one thing I use for gun storage is this red line assembly lube. Just leave it there a second in case you want to pause. You could look this up on their website as well. It has a very good additive package. So this gun here, I keep it close to the bed. This gun, I haven't fired it, to be honest, in probably 3 years. So all you need is a light coat in there. Don't need much. And I kid you not, like I said, been in storage 3 years. You can see that it stays clinging in there, adheres to the metal. Showing both sides. Yeah, it's like a reddish color. Works really nicely. Now, before you fire this weapon, you can wipe that excess off. If you take it to the range or something else comes to pass, we got to use the weapon. But this is how I have my other weapons stored as well. Have my AK-47 stored like this with a nice coat in there, and to be honest, I usually don't even wipe off the excess. I haven't had an issue with the guns firing or how they operate. And to be honest, after you go to the range, I could only speak for what guns I have. So I don't know how well AR-15 would handle. I don't have an AR. But in my Smith & Wesson, for example, got a 9mm 40, got a 357 Taurus revolver. What else we got? Obviously these shotguns, a few other guns, but I don't have AR-15. Like I said, I usually don't even wipe it off. It actually helps with cleanup afterwards. The soot or whatever you want to call it just basically collects on there, and to be honest, it just wipes right off. Makes for a real easy cleanup. So this is what I use for storage. You could also use this on the pressure points as well. So you guys know a little bit about Redline. Like I said, people think I'm crazy about how I oil guns and things, but Redline, it's a polyol-ester based oil. That's the same base oil that they use in jet engines. So they got a pretty high flash point. It's above 1,000 degrees. Like I said, that's the base oil that they actually use in jet engines. Haven't had an issue with the oil breaking down plastic parts or anything that's on the guns. Haven't had no issues here on any part of the gun. So, like I said, it's a really good base oil that they use, polyol-ester or a POE grade 5. They also have a really good additive package as well to help with the wear. See, it even says there ester based with basically extra ZDDP, basically zinc and phosphorus. Now this is the oil that I use in my dailies, but it's actually the racing oil that I use that has the red label. But that's in my race car right now, and this is just what I had available for the video. Some other things I use. Now, basically this grease It's packed with moly. I actually use this on the pressure points. Like I said, you only need a light coat. You don't need to. But as you can see, there's so much damn moly in this grease. The damn grease is actually gray. Now, with that amount of moly, it actually, if there's wear or anything in your gun, it actually will start forming a plate in the wear spots to help protect the moving parts and the pressure points of the gun. That's also the purpose of what, not only moly, but zinc and phosphate. When you put high levels, it actually has a sacrificial layer, just like an engine. Now, I know there's gun oils out there and things, but one reason I'm cautious about using those oils, they're very vague about what they use. Like, I don't know what base oil it is. I'm going to go with it's probably an ash-based oil, which in my opinion is a low-grade petroleum oil. When you get into ash base, versus your synthetics, and this is your higher end of synthetic. Now, there's other synthetic oils out there, but those are POAs, and in my opinion, they're just not as good. They don't have as high a flash point. They can't tolerate the heat as well. So you understand about this oil. Once you get past the flash point, and that's a big if it starts breaking down, it just breaks down in small chains, so only part of the oil breaks down. Your lower grade oils, like a mineral-based oil, like once the whole damn oil reaches that temperature, basically the whole damn chain in the oil goes to shit. But like I said, this oil doesn't break down like that. Only small specific chains break down. Like the oil doesn't go to shit all at once, so it holds up really nicely. Another thing about a lot of gun oils out there, they're very vague about what additive package. Like they use vague wording along the along the lines of great additive package, but they don't really give any specifics, like what is this additive package, what's the parts per million, they really don't give any information. So I'm like, the amount they charge for these little bottles of gun oil, and it's so damn vague about what's actually in the oil, what's being used. So I'm a little cautious. There are other oils out there I'm interested in, which are vague too, but I know highly likely they're probably coconut based, which has good properties as well, but I won't get into those as much. Now, this oil here, Brad Penn, this is a USA oil pumped out of Pennsylvania ground. Now, this is a paraffin-based oil. Paraffin, basically, it's liquid wax. It's not cheap ash oil. And this oil is very distinctive. It has a grain to it. They add a green dye. So many of you know when the oil is refined, it's pretty much clear. So when they get the oil and it has that light amber brownish color to it, it's because they add a dye to it. But Brad Penn, for whatever reason, they add a green dye to theirs, so this oil is green. I actually use this oil here to coat the metal because it's very tetanus, clings to the metal really well, and then you just wipe it off. Just leave a light coat on there just to help prevent rust, just for the maintenance of your gun. You can also use this oil as well if you don't happen to have the red line. I've used this oil as well inside the moving parts of the gun. And so if you think of a candle, it's not really the wax. When you have a candle burning, when you see that small soot, usually that soot's coming off your wick. This oil, it's not going to smoke. And somebody said once to me it might catch fire. These products I use, these oils here, I mean, they're actually used in racing engines and things. And like I said, this is actually Redline used in jet, and not this specific engine, but the base they use is actually used in jet engines, the POE or polyol ester. So I haven't had any issues of any smoking or anything of the sort. If anything, I've had really good results. So like I said, you just need a light coat. To me, it's a lot better bang for your buck. Brad Penn, I think the price has gone up for it, but a bottle of this, it's like $8 or $10. The Redline, for the racing oil, it is more around $13 to $14 for the quart. This one here is for your daily driver. And the only reason they gone down on the additive package on this, because there's a concern that it may clog the catalytic converter or foul your oxygen sensor. But the fact is, if the rings are good in your car and things, and it's not allowing too much oil in your combustion pressure chamber, you shouldn't have any issue with that. My Toyota I have this in, it has over 200,000 miles. I haven't had any issue with a catalytic converter or oxygen sensor. Like I said, this is packed full of moly, so has very high pressure tolerance. And then this assembly lube here for storage. Now with these oils, so you understand how oil works, which I know many of you understand, it's not only supposed to help, with the metal sliding, basically the movement of the parts. It's also supposed to keep the metal parts from actually coming into contact with each other. So that's why you have your additive package. It creates that sacrificial layer. Now what sacrificial layer means is the additive package, whether it's moly, zinc, or phosphorus, or whatever the company's using, that's supposed to actually plate on your metal parts. And when your metal parts are moving in here and coming in contact, that's actually what should be getting rubbed off, is the additive package of your oil products, just to help prevent wear and tear. Of course, it does the best job it can. You'll still get, with enough usage, some wear and tear, just like in the engine. But these are just products I use. Like I said, you get a lot more bang for your buck instead of buying those little bottles of gun oil, wherever you get them from. Like, I think I bought a little bottle of the Lucas gun oil and gave it to a friend for his birthday, and what was that, like $4 or $5 or something for a little bottle? What was it, like 4 to 6 ounces, if that, of oil? Like I said, these products here use a great base, have a great additive package. And on a lot of these oil products, if you want to get yourself better informed about them, you could go on bobisoilguy.com. There's a lot more about oil to understand. Like I said, I've been working on race cars ever since I'm a teenager. Been learning about these products and basically really how oil products work, what differentiates the higher end oils from the lower end. And like I said, a lot of the gun oils today being sold, they're so vague to me about really what they're giving you. I mean, hell, I don't know what the hell that is they're selling you. That could be used oil that they've gotten from the cheap oil change place, and they've highly refined it, and then they put it in a little bottle and sell it to you and say it's the greatest damn gun oil on earth. Like I said, most of them are just so vague. But the information on these products is widely available. I know, in fact, you go on Redline, they have a lot of information on their website, and you could even call and talk to them. But I'm not going to say Redline suggests to put these products on guns, but And everything I'm giving here just for educational purposes of what I do. But like I said, I've had great results. Now, let me see. So, what I was talking about, how the additive package plates, if you read here, lasts longer. Moly actually plates out on the steel to reduce friction. This is a non-melt. Just kind of slowly going over this so you can pause and read what's on here. So, all right, just a little video, some tips. If you're aware of things I do, it's all up to you. But like I said, for your gun storage, I'll be honest, to me, that it's really good to put this red line. I've had great results with. As I said, it's been a while since I've had this gun out. Keep it by the bed. You can see that it's in there. You know, hasn't rolled off the gun in all this time. A lot of your thinner gun oils, whatever they're selling out there, you know, after a while in storage, you go to your gun and you're lucky if there's any oil left on there. It's done basically rolled off the metal and probably dripped to the bottom of your gun safe if you're lucky enough to have one. So, all right. Hope this information helps educate a few people on products. Like I said, I've had great results. So, if anything, thank you for your time for watching. And take care of yourself. If anything, please support the page. Please like, comment, and share. All right. Thank you. Bye.